Warning. The following program contains strong language and subject matter which may be offensive to some viewers and/or inappropriate for children. The content within this program is intended for mature audiences only.
Hailing frequencies open, and welcome to Inside the Drag Closet, the interactive vodcast where we talk about all things drag and some things that aren't. Who knows? We're really just here to have a good time. We have an incredible episode planned for you this evening. We are going to be chatting with an incredible king. His name is Camden Summers, and let me pull this up for a moment. He is currently the Mr. Northeast US of A. If you don't know what that is, we'll talk about it a lot later. He is an incredible drag king, an incredible human being. We are going to be chatting with him shortly. Of course, I'm joined by my beautiful co-host. You know her and love her, Amethyst Diamond. But let's talk about me for a moment with a little who, what, where. Who am I? My name is Jade. I'm a drag artist based out of Pennsylvania. I love the art of drag because it allows me to pretend. What am I wearing? I am wearing the new Starfleet uniform from Star Trek Strange New Worlds. I'm wearing an Operations Division uniform, which was red back in the day instead of yellow or mustard as they became colored later on in the series. This one is very specifically a cadet uniform. I didn't want a cadet uniform. I wanted just a regular uniform, but the cadet piece doesn't come off, and I tried using a seam ripper. It didn't come off. Anyway, my makeup tonight is a lot of Morphe. My lips are from the Lip Bar. I absolutely love the Lip Bar. My eyes are definitely Morphe. My skin is Wet and Wild. My hair is a conglomeration of a bunch of random stuff. My earrings are in fact vintage. I believe Katie Bourbon gave me these earrings. So I wanted to wear them, play dress up a little bit. Where can you find me? Well, you can find me every other Wednesday right here on Inside the Drag Closet at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, available on Facebook and YouTube. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the show because every other week we bring you some new drag that you probably have not seen before. Also, this Friday, you can catch me at the Harrisburg Comedy Zone for Divas Down Under. We are having our spring spectacular drag show with Amethyst Diamond, Divinity Cruise, Estella Sweet, Poison, myself, and Alize La Diamond. VIP tickets are unfortunately sold out, but we still have plenty of general admission tickets available. Make sure you get your tickets as soon as possible. You don't want to be left outside. The show starts at 10:30 p.m. and is a whole lot of fun. Our wonderful guests, Divinity and Estella, I'm super excited to work with them again because they're an absolute treat to work with. If you have never been to a drag show before, I do recommend Divas Down Under because it is a very good drag show, and it's a lot of fun. If you've ever just wanted to go to a drag show, go to Divas Down Under. Let's see who has popped in already. Tickets are available on Eventbrite. Thank you, Derek, for posting those. If you have not gotten your tickets, follow that link right there. Daniel is here this evening. Hello, Daniel. Hope you are doing well. Cassie, hello, my darling. Hope you are doing well as well. Our most recent guest, Derek Gamble Ernst, my incredible husband, is watching this evening. Joanne has popped in. Hello, lovely. Hope you are doing well. And the incredible Sanika Diamond, my beautiful niece, is here this evening. She is the daughter of Amethyst Diamond. You know what? I'm going to stop talking about her. I'm going to bring her in here. So let us welcome to Inside the Drag Closet my beautiful co-host. You know her and love her, Amethyst Diamond.
Wakanda forever,
Yes!
baby. Wakanda forever, baby. Happy Black History Month, everybody. That's right, I can say that because sometimes I'm black.
Oh my God. We're getting canceled in the first 5 minutes. Thank you,
Oh my God,
sister.
honey. No, I got the melanin. I can do it.
That's true.
You're welcome. Hi, sis.
How you doing?
Oh, how much time do you have? No, I'm kidding. Life is good.
Plenty.
Things are good. It's been a great 2024 so far, so I can't complain. It's been a blessing. My birthday was last week, so turned the big 2-4, you know what I mean? So
I
I
know, I
mean
just got away from it.
I mean 2 4s, something like that. I don't know.
44. No, that's 8.
No.
No, I don't know how to do this. All right, give
It's
everybody a little who, what, where about you.
all right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Inside the Drag Closet. It is your co host, Amethyst Diamond, recently celebrating my 44th birthday. Um, what's going on? Life is good. Things are good. I've been a drag entertainer for about a quarter of a century, it seems, I believe. But I do what I love for people like you who love what I do. What am I wearing tonight? Let's start at the top. This Afro wig is actually ponytail pieces. I made this probably 7 or 8 years ago. The makeup tonight is inspired by Juvia's Place. Get into it. Black owned and operated business. Let's see. The dress is Love Shop. The jewelry, the orange jewelry, is all Rocks by Cox, friend and family of the show. And the dress is Love Shop. Of course, Thelma and Louise are making an appearance as well tonight from Ilya's Closet. Where can you find me this weekend? As Jade was saying, you can find us at Divas Down Under with Divinity Cruise and all the other people that she listed. And then I'm taking the rest of the weekend off. So you're going to have to catch me next week. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram. Facebook is Amethyst Diamond and Instagram is Amethyst_Diamond1.
Amazing. You look, I want to talk for a moment about, like, you mentioned Juvia's Place. I just want to take a moment in honor of Black History Month to celebrate Black makeup artists because Juvia's Place is incredible.
We
They
can do that.
are so good,
We can do that.
right?
Absolutely.
Another Black-owned
Highly
company.
pigmented.
Yeah. The Lip Bar, also incredible Black-owned company.
Yes.
Just,
Economically friendly.
yes.
It's not super expensive. You know, I'm a MAC girl at heart and baby. Those $20 lip pencils don't last as long as they used to. So, you know, Juvia's Place, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful makeup product, Black owned and operated business, highly pigmented, and again, economically friendly. There is also Queen Bee Beauty, which I use as well. Definitely check her out. It's Quene. That's how she spells Queen Bee Beauty. She is on Facebook. Look her up. Black trans woman, own and operated business. So
I the world of makeup artistry is getting so, just, I don't want to say oversaturated. It's getting so rich right now because there are so many people who use makeup for purposes like we do. Like, we do
right.
drag. We use a lot of makeup. And,
I'm not wearing any makeup. What are you talking about?
I was talking about the white makeup.
Oh,
Um,
thank you. Thank
she
you.
never wears makeup. That's natural. Um, Matthew says we look amazing. Joanne says you look amazing. Yeah.
Thank you, babies. Love you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. While you're at it, while you're watching, be sure to share the live, share the love, share the live. You know, we need to get out there. We are probably what 12,000 people strong, followers,
Oh yeah.
something like that. It's we've been doing this for three. I guess this will be our third anniversary. Oh my God, this will be our 4-year anniversary in May, right?
Yeah.
May, and then I wasn't on the first 6 months. I came 6 months in.
Hmm.
But here we are, sister. We've been doing it. We've been doing a good thing and spreading the good word and embracing and educating people on the matter that is drag. So
Exactly. And I always tell people, like, I always talk to guests that are coming on the show. This show is kind of what it's like backstage at a show. We're hanging out, we're having a good time, we're just real. Ironic, it takes a ton of makeup for us to be real.
this is exactly who I am not, but we are coming at you live and real, hun.
That, very that. Like, it's, I don't, I'm not a trans woman. I'm not a cis woman. I am a guy, but
We're just a bunch of dudes in cosmetics.
like
Bunch of dudes.
cosmeceuticals.
Cosmeceuticals, hun. Afro- Afrocentric cosmeceuticals.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
and it's funny. I was thinking about doing this outfit because in honor of Black History, you had mentioned Black History Month. We were chatting yesterday. I was like, I've always looked up to, I think the first Black icon that I really noticed was Uhura from Star Trek. And, played by the late Nichelle Nichols. She is currently being played
Yes.
by Celia Rose Gooding, who is just
Yes.
an incredible performer.
Yes.
Um,
Yes. Yes.
Also played by Zoe Saldana, just
Yes. Now, what character did Whoopi Goldberg play?
Guinan. Uh,
That's it.
well, and the reason she was Guinan on Next Generation was because of Uhura.
Oh,
She
really?
looked at her mom watching the original series and was like, "Mom, it's a black lady on TV and she's not the maid."
Oh,
Because
see,
that was what it was like. Um, and she went to Gene Roddenberry, who was the showrunner and the creator of Star Trek, and she was like, "I want to be on the show. I don't care if I'm sweeping the halls. I just want to be on the show." Um,
I love
and
that.
they had the
That's
character of
fantastic.
Guinan written to be the most beautiful woman in the universe, and they were like,
Okay,
"This is going to Whoopi Goldberg."
there you have it.
Yep, I am such a Star Trek nerd. I know all that stuff.
Oh, look at everybody. I'm reading all the comments as they're coming in. It's so nice. Thank you all for
Yeah,
watching. Thank you so much. We love you very much. Thank you, Brett.
yep. Brett,
Appreciate
get your
you.
foot in that door. Go for it. Do it.
Get your foot in the door and then call a couple of bitches, okay?
I
We,
just
we
flew for the
travel.
first time in my adult life, so I'm ready to travel.
You did tell everybody about that experience. I know it's true.
So it was funny. I was just joking with her about it. Derek and I went to Orlando last week, and we've gone several times before, and we've always driven down because I am petrified of flying, absolutely petrified. And Derek and I arranged that like we can go down again, but this time we have to fly. And I wrapped my head around it. I got on that plane, and it was the bumpiest, turbulent ride to get down there. And the poor flight attendants, I was very upfront with them. I was like, I am horrified. And they were like, "You are going to hate this flight."
We are not
And
getting along.
yeah, our seatbelt light never turned off. We had to have our seatbelts on the whole time.
You're probably like, there's something wrong.
No, they were upfront. They were blunt. They were just like, it's going to be a rough ride. And it was. And the cool thing, we flew Southwest. Um, and when you're
Cool.
on Southwest, I don't know if it's the same for any other airline, but if you're on Southwest, you can log into their Wi-Fi and free
Yes.
movies.
Yes, a couple airlines have started to do that. I think on my way back or my way to and from um, where was I? Mardi Gras. Um,
New
we
Orleans.
flew American, I think,
Okay.
and they offer free Wi-Fi. So just kind of nice for what you spend. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it's Wi-Fi for God's sakes. It's 2024. Stop it.
exactly. And they
Like,
had like a
Jesus.
nice list of movies. So Wakanda Forever got me to Orlando. That movie is so good. We did, and the funny thing is, we've
So
driven
good.
down and it takes about 16 hours to do that drive. We couldn't
Yeah.
even finish Wakanda Forever.
Right.
Like,
Right.
we got to, I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it yet. Go see the movie. It's been out for over a year. You should see Wakanda Forever by now. Um, but it was funny rewatching it because the first time we watched it, we were kind of like, that was really good. Like
It's
that was
incredible.
it's a gut-wrenching movie because
It
they
is
handle
incredible.
Chadwick Boseman's passing so well.
Right. And even watching, Black Panther, the first one, I was unfamiliar with the character. You know what I mean? And Black Panther has been around in comics for a long time.
Yep.
So I'm a huge Marvel and DC fan. Any kind of superhero movie, anything like that, especially origin stories, I love them.
Mhm.
So to see that and be educated on Black Panther and all that, Angela Bassett's in them. Like, come on. Oh,
She deserved more awards for that performance. I don't care that
She
it was a
did.
comic book movie or a superhero movie.
No,
Her Queen Ramonda was so tortured and portrayed
the
so
looks.
well.
Oh, that and her looks. Just my God.
Yeah.
She's absolutely gorgeous in that movie.
I've heard that Okoye is getting a TV series.
Really?
Hmm.
A
Which,
TV series. That's interesting.
yeah, I've enjoyed the TV series so far. Like, WandaVision, incredible. Um,
Okay.
She-Hulk, I loved She-Hulk. I don't care what anybody says. She-Hulk was fun.
I have not watched that. What platform is that on?
Disney Plus.
Ah, there it is.
Yep.
The big mouse.
Yeah.
Did you have
It's
fun in
so
Disney?
what?
Did you have fun in Disney?
Oh my God, absolutely. Our first day, well, and we crossed another fear off my list. We rode the Skyliner to get to the parks we were going to.
Good for you. Do they
Like,
have anything Black Panther themed down there?
not really in Florida, but they do in California.
Okay.
Like California has all of the Marvel stuff there. They have some Marvel
Um,
stuff. Like they have last time we went down, we actually got our picture with Star-Lord and Groot, a
aw,
little baby Groot.
aw.
Um, but yeah, most of that is in California,
That's
which
fantastic.
they took the Tower of Terror in California and made it a Guardians of the Galaxy ride.
Nice.
It's very interesting. And there's a little dance party that used to be Star-Lord and Gamora, but they have replaced Gamora with Mantis.
Oh, there you go, girl.
I love Mantis.
You
She
can
might be
break
my
out your
favorite.
costume.
Right? Um, Speaking of favorite Marvel characters, and then we'll talk to our guest because we've
Oh,
got some
that's right.
catching up.
We have people here.
We have a guest.
We have a
We'll get to
guest.
you in a second. I see him just kind of like, okay, girls,
Oh,
remember focus.
go pee pee.
But our mutual favorite Marvel character should be appearing soon, and that would be Storm.
Ugh, ugh.
I'm
In
ready.
Black Panther 3.
Well, there's theories we might get her before that
We better.
in Deadpool 3.
And boy, if they mess that up, they're going to hear from me.
I think if she's in Deadpool 3, it's going to be the same thing as Hugh Jackman as Wolverine in Deadpool 3. I think it's going to be Halle Berry, and I think it's going to be a send off to hers.
It almost has to be. If he's coming back to play him, look, people are going to be pissed. Don't do
Yep.
it.
My theory is they're going to kill him
Don't
off.
do it.
Like,
Oh, yeah, she needs one more round.
yeah,
Yeah.
she needs a
I
redemption.
mean, I like, well, what for that Toad statement? Yeah.
The same thing that happens to everybody else.
I was like, Hallie.
That's bad writing and bad acting. You earned that, Razzie. That was for Catwoman. But anyway.
Oof. Oof.
Anyway, we
What?
we have a lot more folks popping in. So let us bring in our incredible guest this evening. I am super excited to chat with him this evening. I have been a fan of his for a while, and we were talking about it before the show started. We've never actually worked together until tonight.
Ah.
So, all right, everybody, get your questions ready as we welcome to Inside the Drag Closet the incredible Camden Summers.
Hi, babies. How are you?
Fantastic.
Oh,
Tubular boobular.
Boobular. Praise one.
I am so excited to be here.
Aw.
Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Of course, of course.
We're excited
Indeed.
to have you. Thank you. Thank you.
Camden, why don't you give us a quick little who, what, where about you?
All right. I am Camden Summers. I am based out of Roanoke, Virginia. I've been doing the art of drag for almost 19 years. What am I wearing? This is actually a two-toned lace top by Fever City, one of my favorite tops I own. And this face is brought to you in part by Lazy. And I'm tired. y'all. So just please bear with me. Please forgive me. I'm prepping for a pageant. Where can you find me? You can find me on Facebook, on Camden Summers. You can find me on Instagram, Cam_X_Summers. You can also sometimes find me on Pornhub. No, I'm kidding, but no, really. But yes, find me and follow me.
Pornhub. I mean, if you're advertising, you're
kidding.
advertising.
Onlyfans.com.
Pornhub is illegal here in Virginia. You can't
What?
use it. You can't post and you can't use it. For real.
Don't move to Virginia.
Noted. Yeah, no.
What is going on in this country?
Poor
I
Jessica
mean-
Jade.
If you're an adult, you can't even
Obsessed.
trick or treat in Virginia without getting arrested. So,
Wow.
for real. It's illegal to trick or treat if you're over the age of 13.
Nobody can diddle themselves anymore. You know?
Nope.
Jesus.
Can't do nothing.
Comment of the night. And I thought Virginia was for lovers.
Not anymore.
Yes. Good one,
That's
baby.
a lie,
Good one.
lies, and
Good
deceit.
one.
Oh,
Good one, baby. Thank you, Evelyn.
Lies and deceit.
Camden, you have the crew coming out for you tonight. We've got like half the Sterlings. We've got Trixie. We've got Bella Centric. We've got the DeFlairs, the Sterlings. Oh my gosh.
Which
Bella
Trixie's
is my
watching?
amazing sister, and I love her.
Oh, Trixie the Flair. Hi, baby.
Trixie.
So, Camden, what made you decide to start doing drag? We'll start there.
Yeah. Yeah, what happened?
Well-
Who hurt you, baby?
Everyone. Everyone. My parents.
Everyone.
Well, I'm for real. I originally, it was only supposed to be, I was going out to a club for a talent night to support. And somebody said to me 4 days before this competition, well, why don't you compete? And I said, for what? And they said, do drag. And I said, do what now?
What is that?
And they said, do drag. And I went and I was like, oh, let's see how it is. Let's check it out. It was only supposed to be a one-time thing. I won that talent night, first time on stage. I did. I don't even remember the first song I did, but all I remember is, okay, I'm done. And then here we are almost 19 years later. I lied.
Right.
That's how it happens.
So yeah, it was all supposed to be just a one-time thing, checking it out, seeing what it's all about. Everyone's like, drag's amazing. I've watched it, but I've never would have caught myself on stage outside of theater in high school. But here we are.
And here we are.
I think that's one of the great things about drag. Like, it does give an outlet for those who didn't fit the cookie cutter of what, the performance arts were.
Right.
I was, when I was in high school, I was that kid who was either too short for any show, or there was a kid that was bumped up a few grades, so I could no longer play the kid in any show.
Oh, that's
So I was
not
like,
fair.
well, cool.
That's ageism.
It really, I've been facing that a lot lately. But anyway, yay,
It gets
45
worse,
is
it
here.
gets worse.
So you dove headfirst into the drag world.
I did, and
now you're
when they say drag is herpes, they're not kidding. You try to get rid of it, and it just comes back and bites you in the ass.
Baby, they say there's a lotion for everything, but not for drag.
Not for drag. Nope.
Not for drag.
Absolutely not.
Nope.
Once you
It's
get
like
it, it stays.
It's like a sleep paralysis demon. It
Kind
doesn't go away.
Kind of, or like Pazuzu. It's very, very
The Babadook.
very nefarious. Yes.
But you invoked Pazuzu on the girl. Welcome to Inside the Drag Closet. We've had a few weeks off and we're all punchy. Woo!
And I'm sleep deprived, so here we are.
Right? You came right from work. Like, that
Oh, honey,
takes
thank you.
dedication.
Thank you for doing that, by the way.
I've really been crunching for this pageant. Prepping for this pageant has meant everything to me, because US of A has been a goal and a dream of mine for the past 4 years. And I've never
Nice.
been able to make it happen. So when I say I'm eat, sleep, and breathing pageantry right now, it's not even an exaggeration. Like, if
Honey.
I see another rhinestone, I might just die.
Relatable.
Sorry.
So anyone who says kings don't rhinestone their stuff, I'm gonna need you to come see me,
That's
because
right.
I'm gonna call you a lie to your face.
Right.
Well, I want to talk about that a little bit too, because again, we were talking about it before the show. You are still competing as a male impersonator,
I am.
despite living as a man now.
Yes.
Can you explain your thought process on that?
Yes.
The reason I do that is because, for myself personally, a lot of male divisions, cis male or presenting full male divisions, have swimsuit categories. And for me, a lot of people don't realize, but I'm pre-op. I'm on testosterone. I've been on testosterone for 6 years, but I have not yet had my top surgery. So for me, it's more of a personal body image thing, and what I'm comfortable with. And I have
Right.
not yet got to the point where I can comfortably say I can perform freely as visibly male to
Right.
the public. So until
Right.
I have had the blessing of having top surgery, I will continue to remain in the MI divisions.
Right. And that's okay. It takes a lot. People don't really understand, those who have never been introduced to or are part of the pageantry world. It takes a lot of guts to get up there and
It
honestly
does.
just let yourself out on that stage to be judged by the world. You know what I
That
mean?
is
So it's good to be self-aware in that way, to know that you're not quite ready for it yet, but it's beautiful to know that that is a dream and an aspiration that you have. You know what I
absolutely.
mean? So yeah.
That is another thing where I never thought that I'd be a pageant king ever.
Right.
Like, I was
It
always like,
bites you,
oh
honey.
God, because
It
I
bites
have
you.
a fear of being judged. I've always had a fear of being judged because, trauma. Hello. But,
Right.
uh, you know, 14 titles later, it's kind of, I can't stop. And I think for me, the reason I do that is because it's a learning experience. For me, it's not the crown, it's not the title, it's the growth. And it's, what can I
Yes,
teach the people after me? Or what can I teach the people that are afraid to step on a pageant stage?
absolutely.
So for me,
Absolutely.
it's something completely different than taking that title.
Exactly. If you're in this industry for self, if you're doing this for yourself, you're in the wrong business. You know what I mean?
Right,
Drag gives us a platform to embrace and educate people. You know
right,
what I mean? It gives us a voice. Like out of drag, I hate public speaking, but in this uniform, I'm unstoppable. You know what I mean? Like, and people stop and listen to us because we are essentially superheroes for the queer community.
right. I tell
So
people all
yeah.
the time, I'm afraid of public speaking. I'm not only ADHD, but I'm
Yeah.
autistic. So it's like, if you tell me you have to public speak in front of, hundreds of people, I'm like, no.
Sure.
But
Sure.
it's weird because interview and Q&A happen to be two of my strongest categories when it comes to pageantry, which is absolutely insane to me. But
Same.
I
Same.
just word
Absolute
vomit, I
same.
think.
Yes. I hate public speaking, but I win on stage question and male interview, personal interview all the time. So I'm like, I guess I'm okay at
Right.
that. But I hate it. I hate it with
I think it's
with my
because
being.
our voices sometimes sound stupid to ourselves, and we just sound absolutely ridiculous, but we
Boy,
don't
let me
sound
tell
that way
you.
to somebody else.
No,
So,
no, it actually sounds like we know what we're talking
right.
about.
The art of bullshittery is real.
Baby, that should be a talent. That should be a talent,
Yes,
baby.
it is. It's called drag.
Yes.
Oh, I love it. For everybody that has been tuning in, I see Kendra Least the Quest is with us. Hi, my baby. I love and miss you so very much. Bella Centric, my Harrisburg sisters here. Trixie the Flair, Aurora Sterling. Look at all the love. Look at
Oh
all
yeah.
of this. Look at them all. Ryan Geiger's here, and he's in London right
I
now.
love him. I know, I'm so jealous.
Yeah, he forgot some luggage.
Right, for real. I mean, I'm small enough I can fit in a suitcase. What's going on?
Look,
I thought we were friends.
Look, I will get in a suitcase.
Facts.
Mhm.
I will get in
I
a
am
suit. That's why
5
when
foot
you said
tall.
about Trixie watching, I was like, which one? Because Trixie is also with Ryan on
Oh,
their way to
right.
Spain. Yeah, they're going to Spain and going to visit
They're going to
sister friend.
Portugal.
Like,
They're going to
I'm
come.
5 foot tall. I can fit in any small space. Bet me.
Right.
Like,
Just pretzel me, hun. Just pretzel me into whatever you need.
there's a reason they call me when a lot of people introduce me, they call me the thought rocket that fits in your pocket.
I have to go. Sorry, I gotta go.
All right, Camden, you're in charge. We're leaving.
Oh, you don't want to do that. You will get canceled.
Nah, we're
Don't
not
wanna
afraid
do
of
that.
that. We're not afraid of that.
We haven't gotten canceled yet.
We're going to be on the WB before too long.
I'm in.
Or first 48.
or the first 48.
Oh God.
Look,
Okay,
stranger things have happened.
that's true.
That they have.
So
I mean, you had me on the show.
we already have
Welcome.
2 questions here. Keep the questions coming, everybody. These are fun. This is great. Trixie would like to know, what is your least favorite category in a pageant? We'll all answer that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who wants to go first?
Go for it, Camden.
You do
My
it.
least favorite category in a pageant is, like I said, I'm good at it, but it's definitely interview. Because I feel like
Yeah.
everyone is staring at me. And they are.
Right.
But also, I have to remember that it is just a professional conversation. And they want to get to know you. That's it. Act like you're having a conversation and know what you're talking about. Just know your history, know your conversation, and you're good. But yes, interview terrifies me. And I'm not afraid of a lot. So.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I would probably have to say interview as well. Which I've been doing this for 25 years. So that anxiety and that aggression towards that category has been eased a lot because I've learned during the journey, that it's just a conversation. That's all it is. There's no right or wrong answers because nobody knows me better than me. So why would I fear questions about me? You know what I mean? So it's all about the perspective of how you look at that category. But it's just the spontaneity of it. And you have to be so quick. And while there are no right or wrong answers, your answer content does matter. So just having that quick wit about you and being able to deliver an answer that is honest and true, but one that actually has weight to it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I would definitely say that interview is probably my least favorite category. Evening gown is my favorite category.
Me too.
Because I love the glitz and the glamour and the pomp and the circumstance and the all about it. I love it.
If I can look pretty for a minute and a half, I'll take it.
That's right. That's right. Judge me. Look at it. Look at it.
This is what the people
Yes.
paid to see.
Right. Right. This is what I took a loan out for.
We are sorry, and we will give you refunds after the show.
I'm saying.
I think I have the same answer. I think interview is probably the most nerve-wracking. The last pageant I competed for that had an interview category, I was told I sounded too rehearsed. And I was like, well, public speaking is part of what I do.
You're an actor.
So and I looked into what I was competing for, and I get the feedback. I understand. Like, I was like, meh, I get it.
I've
Right,
been
because
told
some
that
some
too.
panel of judges aren't looking for you to read them the rule book to know your exact history. They're like, we already know that. We're the judges. We don't
Mhm.
want to know the knowledge that we don't want to know that you know that. We want to know you
Yeah.
and not what's in black and white. You know, it's not it's a strategical thing. It really is, and you have to know your judges.
Yep.
It's yeah.
They simply just want to know if you know what you're running for.
Yep.
Right. Right. My biggest question when I'm interviewing people, why are you here?
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Why am I here sitting in front of you taking my time? Why are you here today? That's what I want to know. You know what I mean? Why are you sitting here? Why did you pay to be here? Why am I taking the time to listen to you? Because if you can convince me of a reason as to why, that's what I want to know. You're applying for a job.
Right.
Mhm.
To hell with the crown. That's a piece of metal and glass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're here for a job. I want to know if you have the qualifications to do what is expected of you upon winning the title. You know what I mean? Anybody can win a crown.
Truly.
Anybody can come in with 47,000 dancers and win a title. But it's about the 365 after that crowning that matters the most, not the
Yeah.
crown itself. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? So
It's not
let
about
me
the
step
crown; it's what you do with it. And the way
let me
I've always seen it
step off my
is
box.
they, even though registration is not judged, it's judged. The moment
Yeah.
you
Of course
step
it
into
is.
registration, that is the first time they see you, and that is the first time they're going to
Baby,
get their first impression of you. So if you walk in ready for that job, it's yours.
baby, I feel so bad for the people that come in their sweatpants and a hoodie and registration. I'm like, baby, honey, you clocked in the second you walked in the door.
First
So,
impression is a thing.
Yep.
baby, don't fool yourself. Don't fool yourself.
Well, and the
Don't fool
entire
yourself.
experience backstage is also part of it. You're not
Mhm.
necessarily judged on it, but it does
No, of
factor in. Like
course.
when we have the Hope pageant, that dressing room was so much fun, and we were all there for each other, and that is what it should be backstage. You
Yeah.
know, if you're there looking down your nose at everybody, trust and believe no one wants you to win. Like
That
they
would be
There
the
want
are
last thing
someone
on
to
your
eyes and
mind.
disappoint.
ears everywhere.
Yeah, very that. Oh, we got a lot
And
of
you know,
questions coming in.
I
Oh,
made a post about this earlier on Facebook. I was like, love yourself enough to the point where good enough is no longer acceptable.
Yes.
And that's okay. That doesn't mean you're
Mhm.
cocky. That doesn't mean you're an asshole. That doesn't mean you think you're better than everybody else. That's you being self aware enough to know that mediocre is not for me. And that's okay.
hmm,
So,
Well, Camden, you and I were talking about like performers who are growing and learning, and then they get a little bit of success and plateau. Um,
yep.
right, right.
oh, somebody shared a really good Facebook post. Let me see if I can find it. I think Asia Monroe shared it earlier.
Oh,
Um,
love that.
today's um, Today's unsolicited hot take: drag is so overly saturated it's losing its magic. Experienced
Yes.
drag queens used to be like seeing unicorns, rare and majestic. Now we have this cesspool of half-ass performances and looks that is easily overlooked and labeled as talent because someone wants to be special without being exceptional. Thank you for your time. That was by AJ Andrews.
Isn't that a
Um,
shame? So true.
it's so true. You know, the Kinsey Six have a wonderful quote. If you don't have something to worry about, you have something to worry about.
Hmm. Because a
And
good
Right,
performer never stops growing and is always teachable, no matter where they are in
right,
mhm,
the business. Like I said,
right.
I've been doing this 19, almost 19 years. And please, for the love of God, teach me something.
yeah. Our beautiful friend Dramatica, who was on the show a little while ago, just said, a pageant is just a show and we are all here to help each other. I think in a pageant, it's just a show. Have fun and get to know each other.
We're all
So
doing the
true.
same thing. We are
Yeah.
all doing the same thing. We all have the same goals and hopes and dreams. We're all doing the same thing. You know, we can all have a slice of the pie.
A
There's plenty
pageant
of
is a
pie.
show in a glamour elevator,
Right,
literally.
Yes.
right. And again, it takes so many guts to get up on stage and give yourself to people who are highly judgmental, who don't know you at all, who are judging you based off face value. You know what I mean? And this doesn't define who we are. This is simply just a piece of our lives. So, but yeah.
I agree.
We have a couple more questions here. I'm going to jump around a little bit because I really like this question. This is for Camden from Trixie DeFlair. If you could take any drag last name, what name would it be and why would it be DeFlair?
Okay, so she's not wrong. I love Trixie to absolute pieces. Like, no words can describe how much I love Andrew as a person and Trixie as a queen. We've worked together for a long time. And I think the reason why, if I had a choice, I'd pick DeFlair. And let me give you my reason, is because it's not about the gloat. It's about, let me help you. Let me be your support system. Let me show you how to grow. Let me be your family. Let's just not put a name at the end of it. Let's make it mean something. And that is the most important thing to me, is you can be a part of any family you want to be. But if you don't step in a room with those family members and feel like family, turn around and walk right back out the door. So for me, Trixie, the DeFlair family in general, just simply makes it feel just that, family. And that's my reason.
That's so true, though.
I mean,
they are a delight.
They
all
are
trash.
They absolutely
trash.
Are.
All of they're all trash.
I actually get
terrible.
to spend the weekend with Bella this weekend. Bella's actually coming to Virginia to help me prep because my baby sister is everything.
I love you, Bella. Shut up. I love it.
The hate is real.
It is. No, it's not. It's not. We had a great time together. Trixie and Bella, Callie, Divinity Cruise. We all had such a great time at Nationals and Miss America. It was such a great time, especially at the garage parking lot. Yes, like that. But yeah, we had a great time together. It was really, really good. But yeah, so there's that. With drag families, especially drag families, growing up in drag, I mean, so like the late exactly. Everybody was like, "Oh, will you be my drag mother? I want to be in your drag family. I want to be a diamond." I said, "It doesn't matter if your name is Jingleheimer Schmidt. You know what I mean? You don't have my name. It just happens to be my name. You know what I mean? My name does not define me or make me who I am. It's my actions and what I put out into the world and what I put out into the community and the people I stand up for and what I stand for that makes me a diamond. You know what I mean? It's everybody's like, "Oh, I want to be in your family. I want to be in your family." I'm like, "Do you though? Do you want to be in my family, or are you just looking for a name? Because my name is my name. It's letters that form a word that I've attached to myself. But
it's about what a name brings you,
right?
You know,
right.
Well, and like I've said before, none of my kids have my name. But I just had a very cool experience a couple weeks ago. I was doing a show with Alizé La Diamond and Candy Pop. Fun little show. And at the end of the show, someone came up to me and was like telling me about drag they love. And they were like, "Have you ever heard of Legs Akimbo?" I was like, "Yes, I'm their mother."
I mean, come on.
And I love them so much. I never hear from them because they're so busy and they're never on Facebook. But
they're very busy.
Yeah, I adore them so much. But my kids don't carry my name because they don't need it. They had great names to begin with. Oh, I have to send music to Mikkel. Anyway.
I have to send music to your husband.
Oh, you just saw that Facebook message. Okay.
I've been making mixes for the past 2 days. So I'm doing all new music this Friday at Divas Down Under. Be sure to come out and support the girls. We have the lovely Divinity Cruise. Who else is with us all the way from
Estella Sweet?
Estella Sweet's with us, and your friendly cast, obviously, Alizé La Diamond, myself, Jade DeVere, and Poison. We're all there. Derek will be there as well. Yas Queen. So there's that.
Follow Divas Down Under on TikTok and Grindr.
Right. What?
Oh, did you not know that? Yeah, Divas Down Under is now on Grinder. Derek got advice from another wonderful show director we know. Her name is Fancy Dismount, about advertising the show on Grinder.
You've got to be kidding me.
Oh,
The
that
cool
is
thing is,
iconic behavior.
it's crazy. And you can set it up so that no one can send you pictures. But
Yeah.
people have been like, ooh, beautiful. Which one are you? He's like, I'm the show director. This is a
I'm the
show.
one with the beard.
I'm the guy.
I'm the dude. I have the vaginas.
Not the vaginas.
The vaginas. Oh yeah, Trixie promotes on Grinder, but I think that's something else. Anyway,
Yes.
Of
Yes.
course she does. Do you expect anything less?
nope.
What was the number of
Aurora
the
has a
spread eagle?
really good question
Horses.
here, and I think we're gonna get into this one because this is a fun one. Do you
Aurora.
have any pageant regrets?
Competing against you? No, I'm kidding. Pageant regrets.
I don't.
Whether there are things I would change or not, they happen the way they were supposed to. So
Mhm.
I've always been that person. I know it's very cliche, but if I made a mistake, it was because I was supposed to. So
No, I absolutely agree. For me, I don't have pageant regrets. I have lessons and I have learning experiences and growth experiences. There are some things that after I do them, I'm like, shit, I should have done this instead. But it happened. It's like you said, it happened. It's done. There's nothing you can do about it, but
check.
grow from it. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
And winning or losing does not mean you're better or less than anybody else in the pageant. It's
God, no.
in that moment you were what the judges were looking for.
It's in that moment. 5 people decided that, and 3 to 5 people decided that.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. People get so butthurt about losing in a pageant to so and so, or they underestimate people who they feel are beneath them and then end up beating them. And now they're butthurt. Oh my God, blah, blah, blah. Oh, it was this, that, and the third. Like, stop. You got beat for a reason because you were cocky.
There's times where I'll walk into a show or I'll walk into a pageant and people see me and they see the walker and they kind of just look at me and I'm like, baby, don't sleep on me.
Right.
Like, don't sleep on me because I didn't start this yesterday and I learn and I listen and I watch and I'm teachable.
Right.
And that's the difference. Like,
That is the difference.
And I never toot my own horn and I never give myself the credit that I deserve. And I will say that, but when I have accomplished 14 titles, I kind of know a little bit of what I'm doing. So just sit back and watch and be entertained. Simple as that.
Right. And Camden, you have a very unique experience in life. So would you care to share any of that with our viewers?
Absolutely. I was actually born with cerebral palsy. I was supposed to be wheelchair bound by the time I was 10 years old. I was supposed to have lost my life by the time I was 21, 22. And here I am almost 37. So, all those odds they said, I've beaten them. I also never thought that, like I said, I never thought I'd find myself on stage, but the stage became my outlet. The stage became the one thing that helped me realize who I was outside of drag, helped me realize that I was a trans man. And the reason I felt comfortable in drag was because I was figuring out who I was. But yeah, none of this that I'm doing today was supposed to be possible. But I said, hold my beer. And I said, watch me. And here we are.
Not today, Satan.
Right.
Not today.
That's incredible. Like,
yeah.
Have you ever found you having to use a walker limiting in getting gigs?
Sometimes. There has been situations where I'll get booked for a gig and people will realize or not think about it in the moment. and then message me and say, well, our venue isn't really accessible. What are, you know, I'm sorry to tell you, but what I tell people is, don't limit me. Don't put the limit on me. Let me tell you what I'm able to do. Show me your layout. Show me how it's set up, and I will tell you if I can do it. That is one thing that I've lived my life by, is never tell me I can't do something. Let me be the judge of that, because if I can figure out how to do it, it's being done.
Sure.
So yeah, I've run into situations where people have had to back out of booking me or can't book me because their venue isn't accessible for my walker, or, you know, there's too many stairs, or, you know. So yeah, I've experienced quite a bit of that, sadly.
And you've been able to utilize your situation in some very comedic performances from what you were telling us backstage.
Yes.
Would you tell everybody about some of those?
I've done a performance, and y'all can cancel me for this. I don't care, because it was funny in the moment.
Never.
But because of my situation and me using the walker and having muscle difficulties with my legs, I actually did a performance as Forrest Gump, and I did it to the song "Run It" by Chris Brown.
I would have thrown my entire wallet at you.
And I'm not gonna lie, there were some people in the audience with their jaws on the floor, but they still applaud. They still gave me the applause that I was looking for, because for me it was the reaction, because I wanted to see who was bold enough to say something to me after. Because if I'm bold enough to put that out there, you better be bold enough to give me some feedback.
You know,
because that's a lot.
I love that
I cannot even tell you how, if I could have got a panoramic view of the facial expressions of 80% of that room.
Right.
Right.
Shut up and take my
money. Experience. It was definitely am I going to get canceled for this fear moment, but it happened, and here I am, still here. Can't touch
Not
this.
at all. And dare anyone say anything about that? You owned your situation. You liberated yourself from society's opinion of who you are. He said, you know what? We're good.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to tell me anything that I don't already know.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, yeah. No, I applaud you for doing something like that. That's fantastic.
I think a big part of drag, and I don't know how much it's utilized anymore, but a lot of drag is taking what the universe has dealt us and laughing at it.
Right.
And just kind of going, you know what? We're fine.
Right.
Like, we know how to laugh at ourselves. Get over it.
Right. We give things the power that they have, especially with certain words and phrases and things like that. We give those words the power to be good or negative or mutual. You know what I mean? We've got to draw that back. We're living in a very PC world, and while everyone is valid, we have to understand that if it's not presented with harm or negativity.
Right.
Not namaste, my friends. Namaste. You know, like, come on.
And for me, I tell myself all the time, and I tell other people, I can't worry about what you think in that moment, because the only worry I have in this, I'm gonna be the only worry I have, I tell people, is when I get to them pearly gates and I gotta walk up the 1,000 stairs to get to that gate, I'm screwed. Y'all bitches better carry me, because that's the only worry I have, because I ain't getting up the stairs. You better
get an Uber, baby. You better call Lyft or Uber, hon.
Oh my God.
I love
you better bring it to me, because I ain't moving.
Honey.
Either that or you better get a chairlift, because I ain't playing.
You better help you get your wings immediately.
Right. Get the wings before I get to the first stair, so my ass can fly, because I'm not walking.
This is some bullshit.
You walk up, you look, you go, well, damn. Well, I guess I'm staying right the fuck here to haunt all you asses.
You know.
Welcome to Limbo.
I can't stand it.
Michelle Roberts did want to say, hey, Cam, your little hero says hi.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, tell Reese I said hello. I miss her so much. Michelle is actually the parent of a little trans individual that I helped bring up in the world of drag and sees me as her big brother. Reese, I believe, Michelle, please correct me. Reese 13 now? I don't remember because she's growing way too fast and I can't stand it. But yes, please tell her that I love her and I send all my love to New York.
Gotcha.
Come on, New York.
Yep, 13.
So where in New York were you before? Binghamton?
Binghamton, New York, yes.
Nice. I don't remember the bar there, but I was Miss Twin Tier of New York in 2006.
Let's see,
And
there was Merlin's.
Merlin's. It was Merlin's.
Yep.
And
that's
Elmira
where I started drag.
Is Angles still in Elmira?
Angles, I believe, I might be wrong on this, but I think Angles closed their doors.
Wow.
I don't know if they still exist.
Wow. Yep. That's a shame. I was living in Williamsport in like 2006. So Binghamton and Elmira were like an hour and a half north. So I competed up there. Met so many wonderful people who I still talk to today. And I ended up winning Miss Twin Tier of New York and Miss Southern Tier of New York, which was kind of cool. And then Miss New York City FFI in 2009. So
that is amazing.
Come on, New York.
Right. I've been literally everywhere in New York, Binghamton, Syracuse, Elmira, Rochester, like
Buffalo.
Buffalo. Mm-hmm.
Is there drag in Buffalo? Is there a lot of drag there?
I'm not sure what the drag scene's like there anymore. Because again, I haven't been back in 2 years, but
I was there in
last
November
time
to
I
get my
knew it was
passport.
booming.
Okay. You can see free healthcare from Buffalo.
Right. Right. Come on.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
That's
someday.
My favorite part about being in Buffalo. I was like, I can see free healthcare from here. It was the closest I've ever been to free healthcare in my life.
Someday it'll happen for all of us when we have to escape from this country and go to Canada. We have a couple more questions here.
Bring it on, hon.
I am keeping track of everybody's questions who's watching. This next one is a two-parter. From Bellacentric to Flair.
Oh boy.
What an asshole.
What is the favorite title you have held and what made it special?
Oh, I'm going last because I'm going to talk for 5 days.
My favorite title, I have to say, that I've held has to be Mr. Outrageous. And it was actually my first pageant that I ever competed in. And it was all based on comedy. So what made it so special for me is I could just be myself. I didn't have to be a cookie cutter pageant boy and glitz and glam and be all serious. I could have fun. Like, come on, I did Let It Go. It was a Frozen number and I was completely glitz head to toe. And I did the Fuck It All parody and I flipped off the judges and flipped their table. And I had someone behind me spraying me with glitter snow the entire time.
You flipped the judges table.
I did. I flipped the judge. They gave us free reign to do whatever. They said just get your point across and have fun. Right. And they said that's what sent them. They said the moment you flipped us off, it sent us.
I bet it did.
So that had to be, my favorite pageant. Not only because who doesn't want the first pageant they're in to just be a pageant where they can just be themselves and not have to, fit a mold? Because who wants to do that? Fuck that. That's no fun.
Yeah. Molds are for muffins.
Right. And even mine's a little bit out of control. I got to lose 30 pounds for the pageant. Just saying.
The best diet plan is pageantry.
Right.
Shit.
Chanel, legend status right there.
What about you, Jade DeVere?
Mine was Queen of Hope. It was a pageant based on an anti-bullying platform. We wanted to help people who were battling depression and um, just negative thoughts a lot. And it was something that was very near and dear to my heart. That dressing room was so much fun. And I held that title for 2 years, technically, because we weren't sure it was going to come back. Huge shout out to Adam Feezer and the team that helped that pageant come back. They gave us a place
Absolutely.
to be. After 2 years, I got to step down from that title and pass it on to the incredible Kenra Lynn. We have a very small, I call us the royal court of that. Jasleen Law, Felina Dixon. No, what is it now? Jasleen Sparks Dixon? Jasleen Dixon. Then it was me, then it was Kenra Lynn. And for the Kings, it was Sebastian, then Mesro Prince, and Mikhail Bono, my son. And the 6 of us have held that title, and we don't know that it will ever come back. I think it would be a good title to bring back, but we had so much fun. Like, I still can't express how much fun that dressing room was. It was Mesro. I know another king, a king who is retired from drag was competing as well. Me, Fancy, Sakura B. Love, and Brie McPhee all just
Goodness.
crapping on each other the whole time.
Not crapping.
We were having so much fun. And I have my biggest pageant regret because the suit I wore for interview, I loved it. Brie McPhee looked right at me. She was like, "Whose funeral is it?" I was like, "Yours." And sadly, she passed that year. So
it was your fault. You did
my
that.
fault. Yeah.
You did that.
No, like her death was very sudden and it hit us all like a ton of bricks.
I know.
We still miss you up here, girl.
Wow, she looked down, huh? Oh, she looked down. She looked down. I'm not going to be held responsible for that. I'm not going to be held responsible for that.
I will.
Sorry,
girl. We're keeping your legacy going.
Favorite pageant or
yep.
Favorite title?
Yep.
Obviously, my favorite title out of the 15 that I've had, it was Miss Gay Maryland America. It was an education. It was growth. It was the best 14 months of my life. It was the absolute best. To compete nationally and to be recognized nationally was just a treat. So I'll keep it short. I could go on forever, but yeah, definitely Miss Gay Maryland America. Highlight of my life. So yeah.
I like that.
Me too.
Jess has a very fun question here.
Hi, Jess.
What is your favorite outfit or look that you have ever done?
Honestly, I'm digging this one tonight. You know what I mean? First time I ever did me. So, yeah. Maleficent, Queen of Hearts, Jafar tonight.
That Jafar was amazing.
Bitch.
How about you, Camden?
Bitch. For me, I would have to say it would have to been my radioactive performance. I completely deconstructed and rewired an entire suit to light up once the chorus and the beat drops, to light up green and literally bounce to the beat of the song. And so I ingested the green liquid, and then as that beat dropped, my body lit up, and the bar was complete. Yeah, I wired a whole suit by hand, and I lit up green. Yeah,
she's getting ideas.
Right, it definitely was one of my favorites because I think I put the most heart into it and thought into it because it was something I truly wanted to work, and I wanted it to, come off exactly how I planned it. So, and people still talk
Fantastic.
about it to this day. They're like, "Do you still have that suit that lights up the whole bar?" And I'm like, "No, because I'm fat now." So,
I'm
like,
fat now. Oh, honey.
I'm now sponsored by Pillsbury.
Same. Same. I'm sponsored by Cinnabon.
Listen, one of my sponsor lists is going to be
Glazed.
Pillsbury when I hit that pageant stage in April. And the sponsors include Pillsbury Grand Biscuits.
Oh.
That's
Woo.
Hi,
amazing.
Lori. Hi, Lori.
Oh, Lori's here. Hi.
Lori's here, hon.
When I competed for Queen of Hope, my creative fashion was a magical fairy goddess look created
How
by Kate
dare you.
Hopkins, and I loved it. It just we went fabric shopping and we found this beautiful sheer orange, and it was over green spandex, but it made the entire outfit gold. You've seen the outfit before.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's funny because there's no yellow in that outfit. It's green and orange, but the
But
combination of those two turn it gold.
yeah. It's like a bright brassy gold. Like,
Yeah. I love that thing. All right, next question. This is a fun one. Daniel Jackson would like to know, are there any drag kings that influence or inspire your drag?
Well, for me, I take a lot of inspiration and influence from every drag king I see, because the way I see it, you can learn a little something from absolutely anybody. It doesn't matter how long you've been doing it. It doesn't matter, where you come from, what your drag style is. Somebody always has something to offer. But if I were to pick a king or kings who inspire me and that I love, one has to be Landon Sider, because that man is absolutely amazing. And the other has to be Justice from Pennsylvania, because he's just so free in his expression. I love Justice with my whole heart. And it's funny, little backstory about that. Justice and I have actually fanboyed over each other for years, but we never got to meet. We never got to meet each other until 2-3 years ago, when we were forced to pass each other in a dressing room, and we couldn't get through because it was so packed. So we were forced to talk to each other and interact. But in that moment, both of our fanboys moments were just like, oh God, oh God, oh God. Because all night he was like, oh my God, that's Camden Summers. And I'm like, oh my God, that's Justice. Like, all night. So, and now you get us in a dressing room together and it's shenanigans at its finest.
I love shenanigans.
He doesn't believe it, but he is so inspiring.
He is.
And he is just, the out of the box shit that he comes up with makes my heart full, and everything, my little happy tingles just happen every time I'm around him, and I love it. So yeah.
And he stones everything.
He does, and I love that for him. Little human disco ball.
I love it. Yes, Justice is definitely one of my favorite people too.
Mm-hmm. He's just such a nice person.
Yes,
absolutely.
Our next question here. Well, I kind of want to answer that too, because I'm very inspired by kings. We did an episode where we were all kings, and it was very eye-opening for all of us, because we got to tap into that masculine side a little bit.
Yes.
And it was fun.
I think we need round 2 of that.
We do. We need to have a drag king night.
We need round 2 of that, because I absolutely loved it. I loved it. It took me out of my normal, you know what I mean? I had to restructure my contours and things like that. It challenged me in the best ways. So yeah, I would love to do that again. I think what was my drag name? Orion Stone.
Yep. Orion
Amethyst
Stone.
Diamond and Orion Stone. Get into it. We are one person.
I think I was
love
just
that.
DeVere.
You were.
Yeah.
Were you?
And I will
Yeah.
tell you, I am not painting on chest hair again. Like,
Get you a merkin, hon.
I'll get a oh my God, one of those merkins like arthritis does.
Yes.
Those are no joke.
A lace merkin.
Yeah.
So, since we're talking about performance names, let me tell you a funny story. When I first started drag, I had no idea what my name was going to be. Had no idea. But a lot of people don't know, but I'm deaf in my left ear. I can't hear anything but a faint ringing in my left ear. So, because he's my favorite actor, my name was originally going to be a play off of the name, and I was going to be Johnny Deaf. Yeah. But that didn't happen. My name actually came from one of my cousins who I lost. His name was Camden Xavier. And then Summers, because who doesn't like a little summer lovin'? And I'm a Dom Top, so I
Can't relate.
That I have no idea what you're talking about.
Come on, this boy is a bottom.
Listen, I performed it once.
Did you?
I did. I performed Boy as a Bottom once in Spanish. Like,
All
yeah.
right. All right.
That was,
You
I was booked in a
performed it
Latin night.
Spanish?
Oh yeah, Willem recorded it in Spanish.
Oh my God.
Come on.
Es una pasiva.
Come on, bilingual.
Bless you.
I would like to point out, I don't speak Spanish, but I learned the damn song. I was booked in a Latin night. I was the only non-Latino queen in the show. And the girls in the show were just like, you're doing a song in Spanish. I was like, yep.
See.
And I was the only one in the dressing room not speaking Spanish, which was it was a wonderful experience, because there are many times where a lot of our Latin American drag siblings will be in a dressing room looking around, not quite understanding the conversation. So it was beautiful to be on the other side of that, to be very honest. I had a lot of empathy toward that.
Right.
Oh, we're getting more questions. I like this.
Uh-oh.
Yep. And a new face, the Strange System. I love that name. Oh, wait, I know who that is. Okay. But our next question, this is more of a heavy question. From Lisa Cologne, the beautiful Carlotta Clark. What can you tell someone that had to stop performing to take care of their loved one that wants to come back to perform but is scared to?
Do it. What are you scared of,
Do it.
baby? You've done it before. And you have friends and family that will support you.
Yep.
I applaud
Drag
you
always
for
changes.
taking a step back. Drag always evolves. If you're not evolving, you're not doing it right. So
Exactly.
Yep.
And what I have to say about that is you have to remember that it never knowing how to do something never truly leaves you. You just leave it for a moment. The moment you hit back on stage, you're going to remember, and it's going to all come back to you, and it's going to be like you never left. But you have to remember the reasons you left. Your reasons you left were a good reason. So you just need to come back and find your purpose again. And it's, like I said, it's really never left you. It's just you had to pause, and that's okay.
Right. And no matter how I felt like right before going on stage, the second they call your name,
it all comes back.
Yep.
You are somebody else.
It's a switch. It's absolutely a light switch.
Instantaneous.
True.
Instantaneous. Don't doubt yourself.
The next question, I do know who this is from. On my screen, the image is so small, so it took me a second. Camden, do you remember what your first number was?
Oh my God. I'm gonna need my child to go away. My first number. Oh God. I think it was "Do It Like a Dude" by Jessie J. I think it was Do It Like a Dude. I don't remember, honestly, because I try to forget that first night, because again, it wasn't supposed to happen.
Oh,
But I do. I think it was Do It Like a Dude by Jessie J, which a lot of people had an issue with at first because it was a female song. But
Man,
the message behind it was perfect. It's
people
exactly
are
what a
just
drag king
something
is doing.
else. People are
You
something
know?
else.
Right. They take things too
And
literally.
it's
yep.
always people who don't do drag.
Right. That have
Uh-huh.
the most to say. All we can do
How
is
about that?
educate them.
Always. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you at your last show. That's right, because you don't do them.
I have
That part.
no patience for people who will come to a drag show telling people how to perform.
All opinionated.
It's
Yeah.
like you can take my place on stage if you'd like. You can take that
Why?
5 minutes if you think you can do it. I implore
Why?
you, please.
I wish you would.
Right.
I'm
Which
old as
a
hell,
bitch
and I do it.
would.
Our next question from the incredible Davina Rain. First of all, your name now, Saffron, I love. Just want to throw that out there. Such an ab fab reference that I love. Miss Trans Maryland wants to know, what do you find is the biggest struggle as a king?
Easy question. Visibility.
Yeah,
Staying
I knew
visible
that was going to be easy.
and just trying to find your relevancy in the community.
Yeah.
Because there are very few queens who won't look at a king and say, because it's a man's world, but it's only a lot of the time it's only a man in a dress.
How very dare you? No, I'm kidding.
Notice I
How
said a
dare you
few
talk to
queens.
my sister that way?
But it's all about staying the course, and it's all about just continuing to push, because if we give up, what is the point? They
Yeah.
win.
Right.
And I'm not gonna lie, there's been a couple times I've heard the word no so much. But let me tell you, I usually don't tell this story, but one of the most inspiring moments for me was I heard the word no at a show that I was, looking to perform at, and I got told no, and I was down on myself for weeks, and I was just like, I don't know how I'm gonna bounce back from this. I feel like I'm not worth anything. I don't know why I keep trying. And then a week later, I got an email being invited to go to Oklahoma City Pride and perform with Todd Call.
Wow. That's fantastic.
Yes.
So I performed with Todd Call in 2001 in Oklahoma City. And I think that was the moment where I'm like, okay. I was like, I'm supposed to be here. So
Yes, you are.
It's
Of course
all
you are.
about perspective, and it's all about how you take those words and flip them on their head.
We give them the power that they have.
Yes.
Yep.
And let me just tell you, Todd Call is one of the most genuine people I have never in my life would I have guessed I'd work with him or be on the same stage as him. But it's also proof that we all start somewhere.
Of course. Know where you come from. Stay humble.
Exactly. Exactly.
I love that. I've heard so many mixed things about him, so to hear a good thing about him really just makes me happy. So we have reached the end of our questions, but we do have Derek's helpful drag tip for the evening.
Oh God, brace yourselves, everybody. He's opinionated.
He has some big thoughts on some stuff. And this kind of goes hand in hand with something that was mentioned before. So I want to share this with everybody because it's a good one. Derek's helpful drag tips. If you find yourself in a situation where the choice is between paying your bills and being able to eat, or buying new drag and or competing in a pageant, and you're having trouble deciding, you need to take a break from drag. Real life always comes first.
Baby, look, I rescind everything I said about Derek. That's correct.
Yep. It's true. And we've all seen it. We've all seen that performer who just wants they as performers, we love the attention, we love the adoration, but there comes a time where you have to go, I need to eat.
Yeah.
I need to pay my rent. That is
Life
more
comes
important.
first. Life comes first.
Mm-hmm.
Life comes first.
Yep.
It does. I mean, I've been doing this for 25 years. 3 of it this year will be full time. You know what I mean? You got to be in a certain place in life. You have to be okay in life. Yeah, you have to recognize the difference. Life comes first. And if you don't put life first, life will put itself first.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
Absolutely.
don't think you can outsmart life because you won't. You will never. You won't do it. Yeah, life comes first. You have to be okay in your life for this fictional character to move forward. So, yeah, life comes first. No matter how hard you try, life comes
The
first.
perfect statement right here. We want to feed our drag, but we need to feed ourselves too, emotionally, mentally, and with food.
Yes.
And
God.
tacos, baby. I had some
Oh,
tacos today. Oh,
I love my son.
The food in
sounds like a smart boy.
Orlando, I can't even, like, we went to Space 220 while we were in Epcot. And full disclosure, it cost $250 for us to eat there, and it was worth it.
As it should.
It was like that when I did a Florida tour, a drag Florida tour 2 years
Call me
ago.
a whore.
Maybe. I mean, ominous.
Doesn't mean you're correct.
I mean, matter of opinions are a thing, baby. But like, just I will never eat in a Disney park ever again. Like, I went broke just trying to eat food. I was like, listen, they're not
$47
paying me enough.
cheeseburgers, hon.
I'm like, why is it $100 a day to eat food here? What is going on?
They
What is
serve you
it, like
alpaca.
Willy Wonka golden eggs and shit? I'm like, what is going on? I'm 5
So-
foot tall. I don't need that much.
They did bring back the dining plan, which helped us out a lot.
Oh,
but
thank God.
like they didn't do the dining plan during COVID, and they just brought it back. So we did that, and we ate pretty well. But we also, this trip, we were treating ourselves. Like Space 220,
Yeah.
I've wanted to do it. Again, that was one of those, you get in an elevator, and the whole premise of the restaurant is you're 220 miles above the planet.
Ooh.
And you go 1,000 miles an hour in an elevator. And I thought I would have a problem, and I was fine. It was, spoiler warning, it was just fake enough that I was okay. And the food was amazing. Our server was incredible. Huge, and her name was Irina, which is very close to my grandmother's name. So shout out to Irina, who at Space 220, you were incredible. But yeah, that was us treating ourselves.
Treat yourself,
one
honey.
more. We have one more question here.
That's it?
But it is a personal question, Camden. I don't know if you can see that question. Are you
I
comfortable?
cannot see it. No.
Okay.
It isn't.
If you're not comfortable with this question, by all means, we'll just move aside.
Okay.
But you did say you were comfortable with a lot. So here we go. Do you pack the pecker? My cousin uses tube socks. My baby cousin is a gorgeous lady, and I am proud he took control of his life and embraces his true self. God, I hate his family for turning their back on him.
Come over here and have a piece of my pecker.
Right?
I do, in fact, pack, not only in drag life, but in everyday life, because I am a trans man. So I do. It took me a while to know what worked for me on stage and what worked for me in everyday life, because I'm not dancing around and being a club kid when I'm sitting at home. So, but on the
You're
stage,
not?
I have to make sure my Willis and Doodleberries aren't traveling down my jeans. And when like
Did you call them?
Willis and Doodleberries. The snozberries taste like snozberries.
They sure do, huh? and I'm the last airbender. Okay.
I hate it here.
Thank you and good night.
I
Thank you and good
absolutely
night.
do pack because I feel like not only for myself does it make me feel more valid and real quote, but also there's a reason it's called male illusion. And
Yeah, that matters, hon.
You need to give the illusion because I'm going to tell you, I can't tell you how many times I have performed, and a lot of my performances, not in Virginia because we have ABC laws and there's certain things we can do and certain things we can't do. But one of my signature things is I will take dollar bills with my mouth and I will caress the person that gave them to me with the dollar bill still in my mouth. And it's just a thing that I do. But I've had people reach right up and grab. And sometimes I have to go, no. But also there's sometimes there's nothing you can do about it. But
it's
when
not
they're
for you.
Yeah, and when they're ready to just, grab the glory and they go, wait, there's nothing there. And they're like, wait, there's nothing there. I don't want to throw them off and I don't want to be thrown off. I want them to know that what they see in front of them is a man. So.
Right. The consent is a real thing.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Especially with entertainers, we obviously have accessories that are confusing for those who don't understand the accessories. So yeah, consent is a real thing.
I tell people all the time, it's a real statement. Consent is sexy. Also,
sure is.
A little bit of joke, but being a dom top, you still have to have consent. And one of the things that I try to do when I'm performing is even if I'm mouthing a word and I know that someone draws my attention or wants my attention in that way, I will lean over and I will whisper, "Can I touch you?"
Ooh.
Right.
That way it still looks like I'm mouthing my words, but I'm getting their consent. I'm just, can I touch you? Yeah. Like, it's important to me.
You're getting her all worked up now.
Woo! Lord have mercy.
Are you coming untucked, baby? Are you good?
No. Honey, I've been untucked the entire time.
But that is important to me because that's also what people don't realize is coming from me being a dom top, aftercare, and just being present and making sure the person that you're giving attention to is okay. Because no performance means anything to me if somebody is uncomfortable. So
I love that.
You come with a meal plan, baby.
Listen, I'm Italian and I was raised by an Italian Marine. So I don't play.
You eating, baby. Okay.
Right.
Oh, and that's good food.
I've had enough. Thank you. Good night.
We have pretty much reached the end of our time. This was such a wonderful, wonderful evening.
I am so happy to be back.
Yeah, it was so good to be back. We did have a couple, just a weird February, but we are back on schedule.
Freaky February.
We have an incredible, our next guest is a very new drag performer. They go by the name of Addie Van.
I'm dead. I love it.
Yep. They've only performed a few times. They reached out to me. They're very excited about doing the show, so I can't wait to meet them. But since we have reached the end of our time, Camden, do you have any last words for our viewers this evening?
Well, first of all, I just wanted to thank the both of you for again having me and dealing with my shenanigans and bullshit for an hour and a half.
Sign me up for more.
But anytime you want me or need me or whatever, you call me. But my last words to anybody watching and even anybody who's going to watch later is don't forget who you are.
That part.
Be yourself no matter what, always, because at the end of the day, you might have 50,000 people who say they support you, but at the end of the day, all you have is yourself, and you not only have to be real with the outside world, but real with yourself as well. So always and forever stay genuine and true to yourself, regardless.
I love that. Amethyst, anything to add to that?
Absolutely. I mean, what more needs to be said?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Be you. To the viewers and our friends and our family, thank you so much for your continued love and support. Thank you for watching us. We love you. We appreciate you. We are you. So keep those questions coming in. You can reach us via email. You can reach to us instant messenger. You can reach to us on Instagram. You can reach to us on Grindr, apparently. Shout out to our Patreons who are just keeping it real, and we're loving you so much. We have some super cute videos on the way for you that Jade didn't know about, but we have plenty on the way for you. Camden, thank you so much for your presence tonight. Thank you for being real and being honest, being unique, and just to the world. You know what I mean? You have a unique scenario, and it's beautiful.
Thank you so much.
And that gives you a step above so many other people.
Well, that's good because I can't walk. So
fly, baby. Fly, honey. You can fly, baby. You can fly. Jade's dead now. I can't stand it. But no, seriously, your presence tonight was wonderful. This show flew by so fast, and when that happens, that means we were in our zone and we were doing our thing. So thank you, everybody out there watching. Thank you to my sister for episode 100 and I don't know
42.
42.
142. Oh, our next one will be I Love You, Jade. Do you realize that? 143? 143 is I love you. I love you. I can't spell. At least I'm pretty. Happy Black History Month. Wakanda forever. I love you so much. Thank you, everybody. Jade, what do you think about this? I think what's going on over there?
I'm exhausted.
I am too.
My ribs hurt from laughing tonight. This has been such a wonderful night. Camden, thank you so much for joining us this evening. It was an absolute treat to finally get to chat with you, even though we're now like several states apart.
Well, we will have to make it happen where we're in the same room so we can feel each other's energy and, you know.
Give me.
After the earlier conversation, Amethyst wants all the energy for herself. But yes, tonight was an absolute treat. Thank you so much for joining us. Amethyst, I say this all the time. You look so good right now.
And you're correct.
I know.
You kind of make me want to be a Switch.
Ooh.
Come on, Nintendo.
To all of our viewers, thank you for sticking by us. Join us in 2 weeks. We'll be back in March with our first guest of March, Addie Van. I'm so excited to meet them. I've been emailing back and forth with them. I can't wait. Everybody out there, take care of yourselves. Go support some local drag. Get your tickets to Divas Down Under this Friday. Da, 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 da. I've got to send my music. But yeah, I want to bring back Go Forth and Be the Beauty you would like to see in the world. Good night, everyone.
Thank you for joining us on Inside the Drag Closet.